Namaskar, my dear friends. Welcome to the lecture series of machine design. In our previous lecture, we have solved the two examples of the journal bearing. Okay. Now, in this lecture, let us solve some more examples of the journal or sliding contact bearing. Let us start with the example number 3. A full journal bearing of 50 mm diameter and 100 mm long has a bearing pressure of 1.4 Newton per mm square. The speed of the journal is 900 rpm and the ratio of journal diameter to the diametral clearance is 1000. The bearing is lubricated with oil whose absolute viscosity at the operating temperature of 75 degrees centigrade may be taken as 0.011 kg per meter second. The room temperature is 35 degrees centigrade. Find 1. The amount of artificial cooling required, and 2. The mass of the lubricating oil required if the difference between the outlet and inlet temperature of the oil is 10 degrees centigrade. Take specific heat of the oil as 1850 joule per kg per degree centigrade. Now, first of all, given data, diameter of journal D is equal to 50 mm. So it is 0.05 meter. Length is equal to L is equal to 100 mm. So 0.1 meter. Pressure P is equal to 1.4 Newton per mm square. Speed of the journal is 900 rpm. Diametral ratio, okay, diameter to the clearance ratio is equal to 1000. Viscosity Z is equal to 0.011 kg per meter second. And operating temperature is 75 degrees centigrade. TA is a ambient temperature 35 degrees centigrade. And T is equal to 10 degrees, that is the difference between the outlet and inlet temperature is 10 degrees centigrade. And specific heat of oil is equal to 1850 joule per kg per degree centigrade. Okay, so we have to find the artificial cooling required. So for that, first of all, we have to find the heat generated and heat dissipated. Okay, so from the difference of the heat generated and heat dissipated, we can find the amount of artificial cooling required. Okay, so as we know that the equation of the heat generated Qg is equal to mu Wv. So for that, first of all, we have to find the mu. Mu is equal to coefficient of friction. Okay, so let us find the coefficient of friction mu. Mu is equal to 33 by 10 raised to 8 Zn by P, okay, D by C plus K. Okay. Now put the value in this equation. We have value of Z and P, D by C, okay, and K. So 33 by 10 raised to 8. Okay. Z viscosity is equal to 0.011. Speed N is equal to 900 rpm. Pressure P is equal to 1.4. Okay. Then D by C is equal to 1000 and value of K is equal to, generally we take 0.0002. Okay. So now from that we can say value is equal to 0.00233 plus 0.002. Okay. So is equal to 0.002 0.00433. Okay, coefficient of friction mu is equal to 0.00433. Okay, now let us find the load on the bearing, that is the W. Okay, load on the bearing is equal to W. So load on the bearing W is equal to, we know that the pressure P into area A, and area is equal to D into L. Okay, so therefore pressure is equal to 1.4 and diameter D is equal to 50 and length L is equal to 100. Okay, so therefore load is equal to 7000 Newton. Okay, load is equal to 7000 Newton. We have already found. Then we have to find the now V. Okay, rubbing velocity V. So you know that the rubbing velocity V is equal to pi dn by 60. Okay, so now put the equation of rubbing velocity V. So velocity V is equal to pi dn by 60. Now put the value in this equation. So pi, now diameter in meter 0.05. Okay, so the value of V is in meter per second, so we have to put the value of diameter in meter. N is equal to 900 divided by 60. Okay, so from that you can find the value of V. V is equal to 2.36 meter per second. Okay, 2.36 meter per second. Now heat generated, find the heat generated. So heat generated is given by equation Qg. So here heat generated Qg is equal to mu W into V. So mu is equal to 0.00433, W is equal to 7000 and V is equal to 2.36. Okay, so therefore you can find that heat generated Qg is equal to 71.5 joule per second. Okay, this is the heat generated. Now let us, if the TB is the temperature of the bearing surface, okay, we can say here TB is equal to temperature of bearing surface. Okay, so therefore we can say TB minus TA. TB minus TA is equal to 1 by 2 TO minus TA. Okay, so therefore is equal to 1 by 2 75 minus 35 and is equal to 20 degree centigrade. Now the value of the heat dissipation coefficient C for the unventilated bearing, it varies from 140 to 420 watt per meter square per degree centigrade. Okay, so therefore let us take value of C, heat dissipation coefficient, is equal to 280 watt per meter square per degree centigrade. Now heat dissipated, find the value of heat dissipated QD. So QD is equal to, we know that the C into A TB minus TA. Okay, so we have already find that TB minus TA's value of C. Okay, so value of C is equal to 280, then area 0.05 and length 0.1 into TB minus TA is equal to 20. Okay, so therefore heat dissipated QD is equal to 28 joule per second. 28 joule per second. Okay, so therefore amount of artificial cooling required. Okay, let us find the amount of artificial cooling required. Amount of artificial cooling required is equal to Qg minus Qd, heat generated minus heat dissipated. So Qg is equal to 71.5 minus heat dissipated is equal to 28. So therefore it is 43.5 joule per second, or we can say watt. Okay, joule per second or watt, right? So this is the amount of artificial cooling required. This is our answer, 43.5 joule per second. Now let us find the mass of the lubricating oil required. Okay, so if the M is mass of lubricating oil, M is mass of lubricating oil. Okay, so therefore we know that the heat taken away by the oil, is given by equation Qt. So Qt is equal to M into S into T, where M is the mass, S is the specific heat of oil, and T is the temperature difference. So we have to find the M. Specific heat is equal to 1850 and temperature difference is 10. So therefore it is 18,500 M. Okay, 18,500 M joule per second. Okay, joule per second. Right. Now we know that the heat generated Qg, okay, is equal to this Qt. Qg is equal to Qt. So therefore we can say Qg is equal to 71.5 is equal to 1855 M. So from that you can say M is equal to 71.5 divided by 18,500. So therefore our answer is 0.00386 kg per second. Okay, kg per second, or you can say in kg per minute, it is 0.23 kg per minute. Okay, so this is our answer. M is equal to 0.23 kg per minute. Now let us solve the next example. Example number 4. A 150 mm diameter shaft supporting a load of 10 kilonewton has a speed of 1500 rpm. The shaft runs in a bearing whose length is 1.5 times the shaft diameter. If the diametral clearance of the bearing is 0.15 mm and the absolute viscosity of the oil at the operating temperature is 0.011 kg per meter second, find the power wasted in friction. Okay, so in this example we have to find the power wasted in friction, okay, or we can say power lost due to the friction. So for that the given data, D is equal to 150 mm is equal to 0.15 meter. Okay, W load is equal to 10 kilonewton, so 10,000 newton. Speed N is equal to 1500 rpm. L is equal to 1.5 D. Okay. C clearance is equal to 0.15 mm and Z viscosity is equal to 0.011 kg per meter second. Okay. Now let us find the length. Okay, length of the bearing. So length of the bearing L is equal to, we know that the 1.5 D. So therefore it is 1.5 and diameter D is equal to 150. So therefore it is 225 millimeter length of the bearing. Now bearing pressure. We know that the bearing pressure P is equal to load upon area. Okay, so bearing pressure P is equal to load W upon area A. So therefore W upon L into D. W load is equal to 10,000. Okay, L is equal to 225. D is equal to 150. So therefore bearing pressure is equal to 0.296 Newton per mm square. Bearing pressure. Now let us find the coefficient of friction mu. Okay, so coefficient of friction mu is equal to 33 upon 10 raised to 8 Zn by P D by C plus K. Okay. Now put the value in this equation. So is equal to 33 by 10 raised to 8. Z is equal to viscosity 0.011. N is equal to 1500. And bearing pressure we have find 0.296. And D by C, D is equal to 150 and clearance is equal to 0.15 plus value of K we have all taken as 0.02. Okay, so now from that you can find the value of coefficient of friction 0.018 plus 0.002 is equal to 0.02. Value of coefficient of friction is 0.02. Now find the rubbing velocity V. So rubbing velocity V is equal to pi dn by 60. Pi, okay, D is equal to 0.15, N is equal to 1500 divided by 60. So therefore rubbing velocity is equal to 11.78 meter per second. Okay, so rubbing velocity 11.78 meter per second. Now heat generated. Okay, so heat generated is equal to, we know that the heat generated Qg is equal to mu W V. Okay, so therefore mu is equal to 0.02, load W is equal to 10,000 and rubbing velocity is equal to 11.78. Okay, so therefore now Qg is equal to heat generated 2356 watt. Okay, so therefore we can say the power wasted in friction. Okay, power wasted in friction. Okay, so is equal to Qg, heat generated. Okay, due to the friction, heat will be generated. So the power wasted in friction is equal to heat generated. So is equal to 2356 watt. So therefore is equal to 2.356 kilowatt. This is our answer. Okay, so power wasted or the power lost due to the friction is equal to 2.356 kilowatt. Now next example, example number 5. A 80 mm long journal bearing supports a load of 2800 Newton on a 50 mm diameter shaft. The bearing has a radial clearance of 0.05 mm and the viscosity of the oil is 0.021 kg per meter second at the operating temperature. If the bearing is capable of dissipating 80 joule per second, determine the maximum safe speed. Okay. So given data, length L is equal to 80 mm. Okay. Then load W is equal to 2800 Newton. Diameter D is equal to 50 mm. So is equal to 0.05 meter. C by 2 is equal to 0.05 mm. Okay, radial clearance, that is the C by 2, or C is equal to 0.1 meter. Viscosity Z is equal to 0.021 kg per meter second, and QD, okay, heat capable of dissipating the heat, that is the heat dissipating capacity, QD is equal to 80 joule per second. So we have to find the maximum safe speed. Okay, so if N is the maximum safe speed, then for that, first of all, we have to find the heat generated. Okay, then we have to compare the heat generated with the heat dissipated. Okay, and then you can find the speed. So if you want to find out the heat generated, that is QZ is equal to mu WV. So for that, first of all, we have to find the P, okay, mu and V. So now let us find the bearing pressure P. So bearing pressure P is equal to W upon L into D. So W is equal to 2800 divided by L is equal to 80 and diameter D is equal to 50. So therefore it is 0.7 Newton per mm square. Okay, pressure P is equal to 0.7 Newton per mm square. Now coefficient of friction mu. Coefficient of friction mu is equal to 33 upon 10 raised to 8 Zn by P, okay, D by C plus 0.002, okay, 0.002. So therefore you can find the value of mu. Mu is equal to, in terms of N, okay, so put the value 33 upon 10 raised to 8. Z is equal to 0.021 into N, and pressure is equal to 0.7. Okay, then D is equal to 50 and C is equal to 0.1 plus 0.002. Okay, so therefore coefficient of friction mu is equal to 495 N divided by 10 raised to 8 plus 0.002, okay, value of mu. Now let us find the value of heat generated Q. Okay, so QG is equal to mu W V. Okay, and V is equal to pi dN by 60. So therefore it is mu W V is equal to pi dN by 60 joule per second. Now put the value in this equation. Okay, so mu is equal to, we have find 495 N upon 10 raised to 8 plus 0.002 into 2800 into pi. D is equal to 0.05 N divided by 60. Okay, so therefore heat generated Qg is equal to 3628 N square divided by 10 raised to 8. Okay, N into N. We have to multiply with this. Okay, so by simplifying this equation, you will get 0.01466 N. Okay, so you will get this equation. Okay, Qg is equal to 3628 n square upon 10 raised to 8 plus 0.01466 n. Okay, now as we know that the heat generated, okay, equating the heat generated to the heat dissipated. Okay, so therefore we can say here Qg is equal to Qd. Okay, heat generated is equal to heat dissipated. So therefore 3628 n square upon 10 raised to 8 plus 0.01466 is equal to this QD. QD is equal to 80. So is equal to 80 joule per second. Okay. Now solve this equation. Okay. So you have to solve this equation. So by simplifying this equation, you will get one equation n square. Okay. By simplifying this equation, you will get equation n square plus 404n minus 2.2 into 10 raised to 6 is equal to 0. Okay. So value of n, okay, you can find by equation n is equal to minus b. Okay. B is equal to 404 plus minus root b square plus 4ac. Okay, so 404 square plus 4a is equal to 1 and c is equal to 2.2 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, by 2. So from that we can say minus 404 plus minus, okay, this is equal to 2994 divided by 2. So from that we can find the shape speed is equal to 1295 rpm, revolution per minute. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, so now I hope you can understand very well. Okay, so thank you very much, friend. Thank you.